What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we're going to be going over the charts. This is going to be a longer video, so prepare yourself. We're going to go over, of course, Bitcoin. Before we do that, we're going to go over the Dow Jones, S&P, oil, and a lot of other stuff. So make sure you stick around for the whole video. Also, I want to make an announcement. I told you we'd be having a trading competition on Prime XBT. You can sign up using my link down below. There's going to be a prize for the competition of a PS5. So I will be sending that to the winner. It's going to start on March 15th. It's going to be a 2-week competition. You have to at least deposit $100 to get into it, but and then you trade from there. Definitely check it out. It's $100. You can win a PS5. I will be announcing this on every video to keep you guys reminded. So let's get into the charts now and see what's going on. So remember, by using my link down below, you also get a up to a $7,000 bonus to use towards your margin and 20% off your fees. So again, definitely check it out. I think it's by far the best exchange out there. So before we begin, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. Don't forget, leave your comments down below, whether good or bad. Don't care. I like to hear what people have to say, so let me know in the comments below. Also, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. Obviously, this bear market rally has went higher than I expected. Does that change the fact that it's a bear market rally? In my opinion, no, it does not. Of course, none of this is financial advice, but guys, I believe a huge, I cannot stress that enough, crash is coming. These markets are way out of whack. They're going to come back to reality. Where are you going to be when that happens? Let's take a look at the charts. So as you guys know, I believe we come down to at least the median down here, which would be somewhere around that 9,700 range. I think there's a possibility we could go lower, but also that would get the RSI back down to test the bottom trend line here. Now, let's take a look at the DXY. As you guys know, I've been bullish on the DXY for a very long time. What the DXY is the dollar measured against a basket of currencies around the world, right? I do think we are going to get a huge spike in the DXY. Been saying this for a long time. Still believe this is coming. Timing the market is the hardest thing, but I do believe we get up into the 128 region, possibly much higher if we look at this as a big falling wedge. The target's a new all-time high, although that could be 10 years from now, right? Now, let's take a look at silver. So this is a very old chart, and I had said once we break, if we break, let me get this out of the way. If we break this top trend line and get support up here, silver could really spike all the way up to like 45 bucks, right? But it would have to break that 26 first. If we break to the downside, as you guys know, my targets have been $15 to $7 if we break to the downside. So you're going to want to keep a close eye on this. Next, let's get into gold. As you guys know, I think gold has made a 5-wave Elliott Wave count, and it has topped out right here. We've been talking about this for a while. Guys, everybody pushes get into gold for safety. Well, you can look at it as safety because gold crashes with the market, but not usually nearly as hard as the market, right? So you can look at that however you want, but chances are you're going to lose money in gold too if this crash happens. Let's take a look at our chart for oil. So oil, we've been talking about this for an extremely long time. As you guys know, we got our bounce at our 62. Actually, it was a little higher, 63, which we expected over here. Came down. Once we broke this trend line, I had said, now we need to watch that 62.70. Once this breaks, we're looking for a $26 to $35 oil. Impossible, you're going to hear people say. Well, let's stick around and see what happens there. But so far, this seems to be playing out. It's just taking time, guys. So let's take a look at Bitcoin, 5-wave Elliott Wave count. And each one of these waves, there is a 5-wave structure in the 1, there's a 5-wave structure in the 3, and a 5-wave structure in the 5. Of course, 2 and 4 are corrections. This is a massive correction coming, in my opinion, right? Now, a lot of people are going to talk about in the markets that, you know, you missed out on a big opportunity of it going up. Well, you have if you happen to sell at the top. The problem is most people won't sell. They'll ride all these markets all the way down to the bottom, lose their ass, while people that are patiently waiting, understanding that markets are gonna. A lot of people think it's going to be a correction. I believe it's going to be much worse than a correction. Take a look around. Companies, they're starting to merge. Why? Because they have no funds. There's so much stuff happening, you know, the job reports, whatever. We have the Fed speaks tomorrow. What do you think is going to happen there? Maybe some temporary movement in the market, but I don't believe anything is going to be able to stop what's coming in these markets. I am trying to stress you need to at least heed caution, because this is going to be the biggest crash we've ever seen in our lifetimes. We'll take a look at some other stuff, but first let's get into the small time frame in Bitcoin, and then we'll go on into traditional markets. All right, as you guys know, Prime XBT is a sponsor of this channel. Definitely check them out if you haven't already. I do post promo codes on my Twitter account that it gives you a $200 bonus. You can't withdraw the 200, but you can trade the 200, and anything you win off that, then you can withdraw. I do that every so often on Twitter. I did one this morning. I'll probably do another one tomorrow, maybe tonight. Who knows? You have to watch and be following my Twitter. Now, I did say we are going to be doing a PS5 giveaway. All you have to do to enter that, you have to use my link to sign up. You have to make sure you follow me on Twitter. I will check this stuff when the prize gets sent out. The winner of the contest, which starts on March 15th, will be receiving the PS5. I will be sending it to you. Definitely, if you're interested in trading, this is a good way to get into it. You only have to deposit $100 to win a PS5 if you are the winning trade. So let's see what's going on here. This is the chart we've been watching. Like I said, if we get up to retest this top trend line now, that's going to be somewhere between 59.8 and 53.8 and 54, right? If we do get up to retest this, which is possible, but I do expect a rejection here to come back down to these levels. Now, if we break above this and get support, then we could get as high as $60,000. Definitely a possibility, but we have to break this 54 first. But until then, I'm still expecting us to most likely head down to the 41 area. And if this breaks, we have our lower targets down here around 16.8 and 26. And no, I don't believe these will be the bottom if they hit. I just believe those are the targets for some nice bounces. Now, if we were to break to the upside, the highest point I see us going is right around the 67 to 68. But remember, it has to break this 54 range. And if it takes another month, you know, this number goes higher to 54, 8, 55, whatever. We need to watch what's going on right here, though. I do believe there's a good possibility we're going to lose this area. And let me show you on the RSI down here why I believe that to be true. Now, we could go a little higher, and I'll show you that also. So if we draw our trend line off of this low here and this low here on the RSI, right? We did not quite get back to it here. We could still come up and tag this, which would get our 54,000 range. If we do, I'm going to put in, I am already short. I've been laddering in shorts, but I'm going to put in more shorts right in this area between the 53, let's see where this trend line is right now, between the 53.8 and the 54. I'll put my stops at 55. I will lose if we hit the 55, but guys, you need to understand when you're trading the markets. Now, obviously, you can do smaller time frame trades in here, but you need to understand when you're trading the markets, use risk management. Know what you're willing to risk, what you're willing to lose, and cut the losers short. ride the winners, guys. Stop losses are a major help. They'll keep you from getting totally wrecked and definitely keep you from getting liquidated. Use stop losses, guys. Use risk management. Learn that. You can check out my video above. It teaches you how to put in limit orders, stop orders, and what they're used for those of you that aren't familiar. And I show you on the Prime XBT platform. So make sure you check that video out. And let's get into this. So one thing I wanted to point out right here, if we look at the Bitcoin chart right here, let's go back. Where are we at? Right here. If we take a look at this Bitcoin chart, you can see where we made our high here, dropped to our low, made a new all-time high way back here, and then came crashing down. Well, if we look at traditional markets, here's the NASDAQ. Pretty much the same move, right? Bitcoin, could it have told us what's coming? Definitely a possibility. But if you'll notice, same type thing right here. We made a new all-time high. I do believe we are ready to come crashing down. Now, we could go a little bit higher. It's not saying it can't go a little bit higher. But what I am saying is we are near the end of this rally for the traditional markets. Right? Same thing here. And if we look at the S&P, same thing here. The S&P's median is down here around between 2,800 and well, actually, if it went straight down, 2,800. But if it runs out a couple more years, could be around 3,000, 3,100 is the median. Now, I would expect that to hold, but it doesn't have to. If these markets can really come down. If you look back here, let me point out two more bubbles. This was considered the housing bubble here. Do you see this little drop? That was huge. People panicked. Do you see this? This was the .com boom, right? Bubble pop. This bubble is so much bigger, and usually bubbles pop, they go down about 90%, right? On average, say 80 to 90%. But let's take a look at what 80% would be. Let's go over here, put in the price range, and let's say this is the top. What would 80% be? 80% would be around 1,000. 85 would be around 700. And I've showed you guys in many videos this pattern right here that we're looking at. I'm going to show you it on the Dow, right? What I believe is coming. Great Depression type stuff, guys. Here's the Dow, same thing. Do you see the resemblance there? Markets are telling you something, and I don't think it's telling you to buy, right? So looking at the Dow Jones, this is where we're at right now, right? This is the Great Depression. Do you see the pattern? You had one bubble pop here, a bigger bubble pop here, and it made a huge bubble. And when that popped, guys, it was ugly. That is not doom and gloom. That is showing you that the opportunity to get in at these markets low. Let's see what happened here on the right after the Great Depression when everything was just crushed. All the people, like I said, up here, these people up here are celebrating. Even when they bought down here, are celebrating how much money they made. But they hold it all the way through the crash, right? To a major loss. Who are the winners? The winners are those that bought down here. And you can see what happened afterwards. It took a long time, but where did it go afterwards? Major upside. This is the opportunity I'm talking about, guys. This happens once in a lifetime. This is our chance. If this happens, guys, you can buy, should be in cash, because then you can buy all the expensive cars people have been buying, because everyone's going to need cash. It's not just the stock markets, right? You can buy houses cheap, cars cheap, everything for resale. Guys, this opportunity is amazing. And one way to stack up on some cash is to trade these markets. On Prime, you can trade all the traditional markets along with the crypto markets. Guys, so much money is coming. So much money. Let's take a look at Tesla. As you guys know, I've been talking about Tesla. I'm a buyer around 40 to 50 bucks. I've been talking about this for over 2 years. We called these shots perfectly. We have broken down here. I would be short Tesla. I'm not right now because I'm looking to short Bitcoin heavily during this. The money to be made there is massive. But what I am looking to be is a buyer between 40 and 50 bucks on Tesla. We've had this target for a very long time. I drew these blue targets in as bounce areas once we broke this. And I told you once we broke this, look for bounces. We didn't get a bounce at the 152, but we got a bounce at our 106. And then what I say, that would be A, then we have B, and then C. C should get us down to that 40 to 50 bucks. XRP, guys, garbage, absolute garbage. This thing is just a hype coin. Hype pump, hype pump, hype pump, hype pump. It's done, man. This thing is over, in my opinion. And let's take a look at BNB, right? Where is my BNB chart? Right here. Like I said, my target for BNB in best case scenario is around 69. I'm still sticking to that. I still believe that's where we're headed. You be judged of your own money, where to put your own money, guys. But I would be extremely careful in these markets. I don't think they're going to continue on up forever. And I don't think it's just going to be a mild correction coming. And I don't think it's going to be a mild recession. I think that these markets are going to take people's money. And people don't understand, when markets crash, everybody don't lose. Only the people that didn't sell lose. Just be careful out there, guys. I wanted to get these points across. If it made sense to you, type 1 in the comment. If you think I'm absolutely nuts, type 2. Let me know in the comments below. Have a great day, guys. I am out. Don't forget, smash that thumbs up.